here. Oh, that doesn't work when you do that. All right, cool. All right, so for those of you that are just joining, when you join, I'm gonna load up the new B10 with parts. I got lots of parts. I'll kind of walk you through what I got. I've got a lost chicken. There we go. Okay, so let's get going. Got a valve cover. All right, no one's here. All right, got lots of parts, including the valley pan gasket. This is what the valley pan looks like. And there's a plastic cover that kind of goes over. Oh, is it plastic? No, I think it's plastic. Yeah, that goes on top of it. And right here, you can see what it looks like. That's that piece over there. This piece over here is part of the rear main seal. Hey, welcome. Rear main seal is also known as a set of covers. It comes in a box like this. So that's all there. I tried to mark down what I got and label things. Let's see what else we got. These are, this is the water pump. Yeah, this is the tensioners and water pump parts. No, AC. Here's a little trick. The pulleys by themselves from BMW, I gotta get rid of this chicken. Well, not get rid of it, kill it, like, whatever. The complete set from BMW is like $200, but if you actually look up the parts from INAA, you can get them individually. The part to get, though, from eBay is part number 532043710. You'll need 2 of those. That's for the water pump. And that will allow you to kind of avoid having to spend so much money. These things are like $30 each, so $60 versus 2 something. That's a good deal. Hey, welcome. I am walking you through loading up the Alpina with tons of car parts to get fixed up. You don't care, Bills fan. Oh, okay. That's good to know. I appreciate the honesty there. And why are you watching? Let's see what else we got. Then these are a whole bunch of parts for the chain guides. So, you know, I don't know the condition of the chain guides. Here's what they look like if you want to see. I know Bill doesn't care. Okay, Bill does care now. I see. Smart ass. So this is a chain guide. This car has 148,000 kilometers, which I just looked this up, it's like 92,000 miles. So they might be okay, but I know that these guides, the plastic here, they do wear over time, and the car is 27 something years old. So whole point is to make this car bulletproof for the next 15, 20 years by like just doing everything. So that's the plan. So we get that in there. You know, Bill, you had me going there. You had me going. What else? Oh, yeah. So I felt this would be helpful because when I was doing my M5, I wish I had done a better job of labeling things. So I printed out all the parts from real OEM, and then I just stapled and numbered what's what. So for example, these crankcase O-rings are number 9 on this list. And I circled it for the guy. When he puts them together, he knows what goes where, right? Keep it easy. So, whatever. That goes in there. I think that's good. Load the box up. While I get the next box, I've been able to drive the car to get it registered, get a new battery, and I think all the suspension is original. There's a lot of creaks and groans on the car, and I know both front shocks are leaking oil, so those are shot. So I'm excited to drive this car with all the new suspension bits that I got to throw on it, because I think it's going to tighten it up. I mean, it's not going to be M5 handling, right? But I shouldn't hear creaks and groans and stuff, so that'll be cool. Let me get the next box of goodies. Cool. Let's see what we got. Oh, cool. Actually, give me a second here. I have to update this. Oh, son of a bitch, I already have these already. So what I've noticed is, because there's so many parts, this is for, there's a coolant passage in the back of the engine, and I ended up buying duplicate O-rings for the different pipes that go from the back to the front, and I just realized that now, so I gotta send those back. May not be needed, yeah, whatever. So that's all done. What else is on here? I got a new water pump. This is new, by the way. Like, I don't know if you can see the box. The box is all beat up. This is from ECS, and I don't know. They like beat the box up. There's a gasket in there that I think got all screwed up. I know you love cars, Bill. I know you love cars. Me too. You have any questions? Like, what am I going to do with this gasket? So I have a new one of those. Shove that back in the box. What else did we get? The new T-stat or the old one? I think I have to turn this back. I have a new T-stat. I'm going to come back to that one. I have a lower temperature thermostat because the stock one runs pretty freaking hot, and I don't want to use that one. So bear with me. I'll be right back. What did you ask? How do I buy it? Buy what? I'll come back to that one. All right, this is the correct T-stat that I got. Put that in there. I'm a kid. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, they're making weird sounds, yeah. Let's see what else. I think she's looking for chicken Lee. Yeah. All right. I'm streaming. My bro has an Audi S5. Oh, those are cool cars. Center support bearing. All right, so this is the center support bearing. So I have one that I bought for the M5, this thing. And I think I'm gonna put it on here. That obviates the need. Yeah, you could show the chicken. I don't think people care. I only got 9 people watching right now. Hi. This is the stock center support bearing. What you do is you cut out the center bearing, that goes in the inside, and that's kind of really it. Is your M5 modded? And I'm just gonna load these things in the car. Okay, cool. Shit. What else can I throw in there while I'm waiting? Some brakes in there. All right, so here's a cool deal that I did. So inside of here are the CV joint boots. It's a lot of words to say. I found these on eBay. They're from overseas. I don't think they're made in China. And if they are, they're cheap enough where I can really just buy another one. So I ended up buying those because the genuine ones, my God, man, they're like either NLA or like $200 a piece. And so I'm just trying to decide where I want to spend my money and where I don't. And, I'm pretty comfortable with spending money on these sort of things. So excited about that. And then this is Hylamar. This is like the special gasket that you're supposed to use. When you buy the genuine set, it comes with a little tube of it. So what this stuff does is this blue kind of gasket paste, and you put it, one of my videos that I just uploaded is how to rebuild the CV joint. You can kind of watch it there. What you're supposed to do is you put it kind of on the, around the holes here, and it helps to seal the grease inside of here from coming out. So that's exciting. Are you a bodybuilder? M5 is a 02, and no, I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't think I am. All right, cool. That goes in there. Appreciate the questions. Okay, cool. I'm gonna save this for later on. This is good to go. All right, next box. Speaking of bodybuilding, let's go to the brakes. Holy crap. I'll show you what these suckers look like. All right, look how big this is. It's as big as my chest. So these are floating rotors. So they got pins in them, the hat. Got these from Zimmerman. Now the brakes on the car, I measured them. They're a little bit smaller, but these are supposed to be, according to the parts catalog, these are supposed to be the correct ones. So we'll find out when the guys take the brakes off and throw these on, if they fit. And I like these because they have this zinc coating on there, and that's supposed to help prevent rust on the hat and all the stuff. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. This is a big one. So this one has struts, shocks, bellows for the front strut, right, to keep the shock clean. What else we got in here? Bump stops. These are like the strut bearing gaskets that go on there. And I have rear air springs. This car has rear air suspension. And I have new replacement R-Knot brand airbags for that. So that's going in there, a lot of parts. I'll just throw that in there because I'm not gonna go through all the things in there. For those that just joined, as you can see, figure out, I'm just going through the parts that are be going on this 1998 Alpina B10 over the next few weeks and months. And I'm not doing the work because I got no time for it. I'm still stuck on the M5, so. Hope I have enough room. All right, let's see what else we can throw in here. So this is all the rod bearing bits, and this is the upper oil gasket, and this is the lower oil pan gasket. So I don't want to fudge that up. Okay. And I've got new fasteners, new fasteners for the rods, the connecting rods, different lubricants and gaskets for that. And then the only thing I wasn't sure of is the actual rod bearings themselves. They're supposed to be sized, oversized, or undersized. I got a set, and I'll let the guys figure out if that's the right set or not. So, not going to worry about that. Oh, got 7. Hey, guys. Next part, it's heavy. Everything's heavy. Jesus. All right, these are different wheel bearings, front and rear, hubs, hub assemblies. I'll show you what a wheel bearing looks like. They come in these bags. If you didn't know, these bags help to prevent rust. So this is is it rear? Front. I think it's a front. No, the front's come pre-built. There's a rear wheel bearing. This is an FAG brand. That's the OE. Yes, like and subscribe. Those are fun to press in. All right, let's see what else. Subframe bushings, oh my God. So, these bushings are monsters. I'll show them to you. This is one of the 4 subframe bushings. These ones are cracked. I can tell because I can see it cracked. And these are supposed to be oil filled. I can see a little bit of oil seeping out. I hope that is not indicative of it leaking oil. That would suck. Anyway, they're oil filled. And that should improve the fact that I'm hearing the creaks and rattles and rolls and stuff like that as I drive the car. So that'll be cool. What else? Ooh. More wheel bearing crap. This is the fun part. So this whole box is filled with different suspension bits. So if you look on here, this, you can't really tell. There you go. Yeah, there we go. So this is the lower control arm, or the H arm that goes in the rear. And these two inner, the inner? Yeah, they are inner. These inner bushings, you can't replace. There is no replacement part number for it. So your only option is to buy a new H-arm. Problem is you can't buy any new H-arms. So the workaround is get aftermarket bushings that you squeeze into there. Now on the M5, I have these really nice monoball ones that I got from BBT Racing. I can't get a hold of the guy, so I was forced to buy a different brand of that. So we'll see where that goes. Hey, sweetie. What?
I need help with the shelf.
Okay, I need a minute.
No, do you have that zip?
Yeah. You have to find the right, what do you need, a screwdriver or a bolt?
I don't know, it's for a shelf.
Yeah, I know, but you got to bring a screw out here. I'll tell you what you need. Bring a screw from the shelf, and I'll tell you what attachment you need to it. Anyway, so I got all the parts in here. I'm gonna load it in the car. Oh, this is fun. So, for the most part, I stuck with OE parts, but some of the parts, Miley, they make a few HD versions of them, and they're allegedly more robust than the standard version, including the end links here. So this is the front end link. They're allegedly built tougher. The same for, what else was improved? Oh, these, hold on. It's like Christmas Day, right? These are the front thrust arm bushings. So the bushing on here, the reason why these fail, when the bolt goes through there, there's forces that go, I'm trying to remember how this goes. I think it goes like this way, and it wears the bushing prematurely, right? What's your main job? Not this, that's not my main job. Hey, let me see that. That is a Phillips. All right, right back, I gotta get a bit for my kid here. So here, you're going to hold that. So I can't pause it, I'm streaming live.
Yeah, but
I can't pause it.
then how do you?
Alright, well, I'm gonna show it off. So take this, give me the thing. Here,
What?
okay, hold that. Okay, take that. Goes in here.
Thanks, Kirsten.
That's it.
Pinocchio.
There you go.
Wow. Here's that.
Just make sure when you start it, go slow so you don't strip things. Okay?
Look, it looks like Pinocchio.
Get out of here. I'll show you the alternative version of that one. So this is a control arm that I'm going to put on the M5. It's basically the same thing, but it has a honking monoball bushing or bearing in the front. So there is zero movement on this at all. So I wanted this one because it's made out of rubber and it's supposed to be more comfortable. This whole car is supposed to be comfortable versus the M5 where it's a bit more sporty. And so anyway, the Miley HD version is supposed to have more rubber bushing on it. We'll see. Good news is it's covered by FCP's lifetime warranty. So that's kind of cool. I think it is. How many cars do you have in total? Good question. 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. 6 at the moment. The plan is to downsize at least one of them, if not a second one, so I have 4. Did that work? What? It's in the drawer.
You have 500 drawers.
The big bottom drawer in my... Yep. Man, we're getting close. I still got a lot of parts to go. Shit. That's empty. Oh, fuck. All right, this is an air filter and some brake fluid. Got some gear oil for the rear diff. Oh no, M5 staying, buddy. M5 staying. Whole bunch of different brake components, new brake lines, front and rear, and do they have them in here? Thought I did. Let's just check. Yep. So on this car, connecting the brake lines to the ABS module, they're really close to, or just above the headers in the car. It is modded, yeah. It's basically like a Dynan S2 Plus. The brake lines, they get heat damaged over time, and they can cause a fire and you burn the whole car down. I gotta check the condition on these ones. They're probably original. Anyway, got new ones of those, so that should be good for many years. And there's a guy on the forums that sells these little heat shields that fit on these things very nicely. I have those on the M5. So got that, that's cool. New starter motor. New alternator, yeah. Presently, no problem. This one is, I think, air-cooled. That's why there is this channel. Here's the channel to run air to the back of it. That's kind of unique to this 540. So that's cool. Oh, where am I gonna put that? All right, let's see what else. Ah, brakes. Okay. These are the front brakes? No, rear brakes. Rear brakes. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get rid of the battery for a second. Almost forgot these for the diff. Thanks for reading chat. All the streamers I watch, I don't read chat. That made my day. Oh, good. Cool. All right, what else I gotta put in here? Oh, I have a blower. So, one of the most pain in the ass things to do is to change the HVAC blower motor because it's inside of the dashboard, and you got to take the whole dashboard out to do that. This one currently isn't giving any problems, but because this is going to be like the wife's car and then the family car, I don't want to take chances. I just want to make things. Oh, good question, Bills fan 223. This is a Alpina. You gotta look it up. Google Alpina. B10 V8 touring. It's a lot of words. So Alpina takes a BMW, and then they redo a whole bunch of stuff, including the engine, suspension, and whatever else. The B10 is the model, and it came in as a sedan, as a wagon. This is the wagon version, and it's the V8. There was a 6-cylinder one and a V8 version. This is the V8 version. So yeah. Anyway, this is a blower motor. Should write that down for the guys. Lost my pen. Oh, in the pocket. Come on, viewers, show support. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know how you're watching it, not saying anything. All right, let me get some more parts. They're right there. All right, this is a fun one. So I've got various coolant hoses for the coolant system, as opposed to the not coolant system. So that's all nice and together. Let's see what else. These are all the power steering hoses to replace that mess, including a new reservoir. These are more coolant hoses, which I don't think I have a bag for. Let me see what I have. Hold on. Bag. Yep. Originally, I intended to have everything like it's in its own container and own bag, so like, there's just not parts for the different parts of the car all over the place, but it kind of came and went a little bit. Temp sensor. What is this? More coolant stuff. This is the expansion tank. By the way, do you know how you make these shaped hoses? When is it being modded? Is it going to be fast and loud? So I'll answer my own question. You basically take the hose and you run it through like, not a mold, but like, you know, you route it to the shape that you want and you heat it up and it kind of conforms and stays in that shape. Kind of cool. No, the plan is not to mod this car. 99% true. The plan is to put this thing back to stock. It is stock now, but I want to continue it being stock. The only thing I'm going to change, realistically speaking, is like OEM plus stuff. Like adding some, a phone holder on there, an integrated phone charger that looks OEM. Upgrading the nav screen, I'll show you, it's a 4x3. Upgrading that to have, I think Carphonics in the UK, they make one that you're able to do Apple CarPlay, but also switch back to the original operating system of it, so it looks kind of cool. That stuff like that is my plan for the car. All right, this kills me, but whatever. These are engine mounts, and they're made in China. Everything's made in China now. That box is done. Ah, these are cool. Hold on, I'll show you this. 1 second. So I got these things. This is a score on eBay, man. Now, you're either going to love these or you're going to hate them, right? You're going to fall into one or two camps. Mud flaps. I love them. They're going to look so great on this car. Let me see if I can get a picture. This would go on this side. Is that right? That way. Hold on. Hey.
Dad,
Oh, man, that's going to be so badass.
what are you doing?
Just fitting the mud flaps.
I want you to press pause, so say goodbye to your friends.
All right. Okay. What does she need?
Well, I'm doing work on my room. But are you still talking to people?
Yeah.
Oh, so I put fairlights in my room.
Yeah.
And they also made it all by myself because of big roll. I put it on a shelf. I need help moving the old shelf out of the way into Claire's room.
Okay.
All
right, let me put stop. All right, fellas, do you stream on TikTok? You know what? I don't. You think I should?
No, we wait 3 hours.
I gotta wait 3 hours. All right, well, while you're answering that question, thanks for checking me out and watching me load a car up. I mean, I bet you woke up this morning thinking to yourself, man, today would be a great day if I can watch someone load up a 27-year-old station wagon, but you didn't. Cool, Bills fan, I appreciate the input. I'll consider that, and then I'll make an announcement on the channel to catch me on TikTok if I open an account. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates. Bye, y'all.